Ivory squad, thankfully wearing white this afternoon against the Dandelion team. Dandelion wearing black. OS, Ivory in the white. Missed the morning game. Sorry for all of you expecting the live stream this morning. Was with the older daughter Olivia on a campus tour of UW Stout in beautiful Menominee, Wisconsin. Just got to the rink here about 10 minutes ago. I'm hearing it was a 5-2 win for Ivory over Olive this morning. Didn't see any of it, but sounds like good news. But here we are, game 3. Ivory and Dandelion. So we've got Ivory, Olive, Dandelion, and Canary are the colors and the team names today, this weekend. Warm-up period is over. We'll get to the first half running time. 2 halves here shortly. All right, folks, my scoreboard ready. We're the home team. Start game. All right. I think we are about ready to roll. Looks like Grace Garrity starting off at center. I think that's 42, if I remember, is Leighton O'Leary. And on the left, it's at 22, Caven, Solonic, and Chambliss at defense, and I believe Callanan, hold on, they both have green on their helmets, so better look at the number. It looks like 34, Callanan in net for Ivory. On the other side, it is number 30. That was a shot by Linscheid off the pad of Callanan. The other side, we got Scarlett Smith, number 30 in net for the Dandelion squad.
That's exactly 0-0.
We are down in the Dandelion zone. See if I can get some of their numbers. That will be kept in by Madsen at the blue line. Fires one on. Stick save Smith behind the net. Lamantia now in down low. Chipped out. It'll be Stella Kramer, number 3 out of Centennial. Will bring it in. Tried to go middle, off the defender skate. Lamantia got a piece of it and couldn't get a good shot off, went wide right. Back to Madsen at the point. She sends it out in front. It was knocked down by Keatman. Oh, big hit as that was Kramer colliding with Jorgensen. Took a hit, looks a little shook up, is gonna meander back to the bench. Looked like incidental, they just kind of turned into each other, but Kramer is a big body. That one tipped out by Lamantia, finds Keatman. She'll dump it in on net, and Ivory will get a change. Caven first one on the puck from a forecheck perspective. Now we're back to that one covered up. Shot by Wagner, trying to read this roster here with the tiny print without readers. We'll tell you, for those from the Rosemount area, Kaylee Linscheid, number 63. Nope, they called it a goal, actually. I apologize. I thought that was saved, but now I'm realizing they're cheering and heading back to center. So Avery Wagner from the short side popped it in to give Ivory a 1-0 lead. Another one out front. That'll be pulled aside by the Dandelions. Number 93 is Ryan Bankston. Bankston out of Farmington, all the way down, comes back to the point. Sends it back to the half wall. Caven intercepts. Up ahead to Kelsenberg. Kelsenberg back to the middle. Gets a shot off, pad save Smith. And comes, I forgot who 28 was. Cragness, and centered one out front. Coming back the other way. Picked up Garrity. Her pass broken up. It'll come back out to center. Sent in, and they'll regroup, tag up on the offside. Fired out to the middle. Hitting number 67, taking it to the right side. Low shot, and Callanan just got a piece of that one. 67, Kinley Hinsman, freshman out of Breck via Wisconsin. What's up, buddy? Back out to Cragness. Her pass gets up to Chambliss. Will send it in. Oh, we got Stella Strothman as number 10, a number I didn't recognize. She wasn't here on the Friday night game, but she is here now with Lamantia with the puck. Sends it back to the middle to 16, which is Solonic. Comes around to Kramer. She's in deep. Sends it back to Keatman. Comes around through the crease. Nora drops number 7. Turning away out of pressure. Drops it back. Kept in by Solonic. It doesn't look like Solonic. Do they have the wrong numbers? Or do they switch it up? 16 is Keatman, I think. Fired on and handled. All right, I got to figure out what's going on here. Yeah, that's not Solonic. What up? We've got Solonic is on the bench. Okay, we got two 16s out here. I think Keatman is wearing, she is 16 on the roster, and so she was wearing like 81 on Friday night, but that looks like Keatman number 16 based on the gloves. One past Lamantia, she'll pick it up in the circle, bumped off it. Out to neutral. Shipped in, Madsen. Looking for some space. Stopped at center. Once again, got that blind spot here in the neutral zone right below us where the puck happens to be. It's pulled away by Dandelions. Ship it back. It'll go right to the stick of Joseph. She enters up the left. Her shot off the blocker. Bouncing back towards the blue line. Caven corrals it. Plays it up ahead for Wagner. She's in the Wild Bills corner. Looking for some appetizers maybe. Mozzarella sticks. Onion rings. I don't know. Set back below Callanan. Noble will pick it up. Send it to the Raising Cane's corner for some chicken tendies. Fired on. Callanan knocks it down and eventually covers. We are under 18 minutes here. 1-0 on the apparent goal from Wagner that didn't think it'd gone in, but apparently did. Centering pass comes back to the defense. That was held in by number 15, Kaylee Sachs. I didn't know Kaylee was out there. The fantastic defender out of Gentry. That one intercepted Garrity as she'll send it in. Out to Solonic, the other 16. Dropped in Cragness to O'Leary. Sends it behind the net. Chambliss in deep. Coming around the net. Will come back out to the point. Solonic cross to O'Leary. Picked up Chambliss. Cross to Solonic again. Sends it down to the corner. Back down low to Garrity. Oh, O'Leary open in the other circle, just couldn't get it. Trying to chip it forward now and does, goes past the left post, back behind the goal line. Fired to the side of the net to Garrity from Cragness. Garrity cross ice, looking for Solonic, but missed its mark, comes out of the zone. E will pick it up and find Garrity back, catching him on a change. Garrity from the right side, whiffs on the shot. Backhanded attempt by O'Leary goes outside the left post. Coming in, number 65. Trying to center one for Lynchide, calling for it, went off her body. Number 65 is Madison Pelton, who carried that one up for the Dandelions in black. About 15 and a half left. The only goal scored by Avery Wagner. Sharp angle shot. That'll come out of the zone. Kramer will send it back in. Cross ice Kramer. Her shot blocked. Comes out of the zone. Keatman. Madsen reverses. Lamantia. Her shot got blocked, goes up off high off the glass behind the net. Lamantia now working the corner. Keatman comes out with it, drops it back to Madsen. Her shot got through traffic and held on to by Scarlett Smith. She is a 2028, so a sophomore out of Waconia in net. Their other goalie is Sophia Gianna Eckel, also a sophomore out of Champlain Park. We'll see her in the second half, I'm sure, if she's here, although it looks like they've only got one goalie on their bench, so it could be Scarlett Smith the whole way. That one in on Callanan. Stick save. We look like we have both, so we should see Piper Tam in the second half. That one, oh, somehow didn't go in. Redirected out front and took a high bounce. They got enough of Callanan and then trickled outside the left post. That took like 2 or 3 weird bounces. Looked like it was for sure going to find its way in as Callanan was trying to track it, but it stays out. Lamantia now skating it out to neutral. She will fire it in on net. That almost goes 5-hole. What is her problem? Right. Unbelievable. Coming out the other way and sent in for the Dandelions. Callanan will flip it back all the way out of the zone. Picked up by Dandelions at center ice, and Wagner at the hard forecheck. Picked up, well, Wagner momentarily coming back the other way. Number 67 ripping a shot into the mitt of Callanan. Again, that was Kinley Hinsman. I got to remember that. 67 Hinsman. She's a really good player out of northern Wisconsin that moved into Minnesota this last year, and a freshman at Breck. That is Hinsman over to the point. That shot knocked down in front, but right into the glove of Callanan. The tip out front by number 65, Madison Felton out of Orono. That'll be all the way down. We will play on. Caven on the forecheck. Just battling with Amelia Harmston. "12 minutes left in the first half. Hands already at stage 3 frostbite. Cragness, backdoor, O'Leary. Partial whiff, didn't get enough on it. That one all the way ahead. Will Linshad get there? Callanan comes out, gets there first. Chips it up to Chambliss, out to Cragness at mid-ice. Off the stick of O'Leary. She's racing to get there. Got there! Oh! And too far to the side of the net, and it goes into the side of the net. She beat Smith coming out for it, got it to the side of the net, and then her momentum took her too far on the sharp angle shot on a wide open net. Ivory controlling. It's Chambliss back at the right point. Dumps it back down. Garrity back to Chambliss. She'll circle. Toe drag. No release. Now a release too high. Garrity will pick it back up down low. She'll come around the circle, dropping it back to Solonic. Down low, Cragness in the corner. Back to Solonic. She'll drop it back to Cragness. She'll go around the right circle, and her pass just off the mark to O'Leary. Garrity. Puck loose. Finds Kaylee Sachs. She's on the move. She's going to skate it out. Over the red line. Fires it on. Wide of the net, and we'll get a change. Down below, Lamantia with her glove picks it up. She's going wide right. Shot off, missed wide left. That one chipped out nicely and picked back up by number 61. And Kramer bodies her off the puck inside those near boards. Jorgensen back out there, number 80 for Ivory. I'd forgotten to look to see, but she took a big hit from Stella Kramer, but back on the ice, which is good. She might have been back out there a few shifts ago, and I just didn't realize it. Strothman at the blue line. Pass tipped up in the air, loose. Coming the other way, it's Bryn Warner. Jorgensen tipped away, and Madsen trying to break it out on the far side. Felton working the Canes corner for Dandelions. Keatman comes down low. Right back to the point, though. Madsen tries that same side. Keatman now gets out enough. It is Strothman by herself. Ivory on a change, and the Dandelions will break it out. Cross ice, chipped out the center. Noble. Up to Wagner. Intercepted coming back. Hinsman, she'll chase it. Centers one, but nobody home. Wagner picks it up instead. Up ahead for Kelsenberg, the Centennial teammates. Kelsenberg wide right. Will reverse back. Centered across, finding the stick of Joseph, shot. And logo save for Scarlett Smith with 8:20 and counting left, remaining just 1-0 here in the first half. Caven taking the draw. Joseph, send it to the side wall. Back to Joseph. Shot and in. I believe it went off the defender out front, Kaylee Sachs. That's what it looked like it hit. She was trying to clear it out front, and it looked like the shot from Joseph might have actually hit Sachs and redirected in on the near right side. So Lydia Joseph with the second goal of the game, 2-0 Ivory. Drop, sends it in. Linshad on the forecheck. Out to center, Wagner. And she gets taken off the puck. A good body by Kaylee Sachs, taking the body. And once again, Kaylee Sachs, no joke, number 15. Physical player. So it's coming out, it's drops. Linscheid behind her, drops will send it in. I might be having some Wi-Fi issue on my iPad, so bear with me. I'll try to keep the camera going while I try to fix this. Oh, it says I'm connected. That one all the way back down to Chambliss. We'll find Solonic. Cross ice, O'Leary will enter the zone. Shot fired. Shot saved. Scarlett Smith. All right, never mind. It looks like the scoring worked. Chambliss rips one, and off the stick of Jorgensen goes high off the glass. Back out in the Ivory zone. Chip the other way, Solonic. Cross ice for Kragness coming the other way. Lost the handle was number 61, Felton. She will chase it down and meet up with Chambliss. Here comes Gareby, finding O'Leary. Cross ice, middle one-timer, great stick save. On the one-timer from Gareby, a second shot off the glove and covered as it trickled around the blue paint. Got some hijinks and hilarity here by some of the parents over here. Somebody could tell the Nobles to shut up. That's Mr. Ryan Noble causing all kinds of trouble around here. Settle it down over there. Gareby in the Wild Bill Saloon corner. You can't take Ryan Noble anywhere. And that shot went up over the crossbar. It's loose out front. Picked up Kragness. O'Leary down low. Gareby. Grace. The Blessing. Once again, $5 gift card for anyone who can figure out what movie that references. Grace, The Blessing, by the end of the half with 3:47 left. For your Starbucks gift card, please reach out to Olivia Lamantia. Kragness chasing that one down in her own zone. Fired cross ice into the corner. Out front, Callanan drops it and slap shot wide to left. That was Yutong Liu from Edina, number 60. Liu pinching up hard, keeping it in the zone, trying to get a sustained attack for the Dandelion crowd. Loose on the side of the net, picked up Madsen. Cornered and comes back to the near side to Kramer. She'll try Lamantia. She's on the move. Good pass off the stick of Keatman. And coming the other way, Sachs. Taken off it by Strothman. Keatman now again will hit Lamantia. She'll make a move. And up to Strothman. Strothman tried to go backdoor to Keatman. Broke it up. Oh, big hit by Strothman. No call. She said sorry. So no call. That looked like a pretty egregious body check, which, you know, the girls' game will allow some contact along the boards, but I don't know about that one. But again, she did say sorry. Noble losing the puck. And she's going to think about what she did. Here comes Linscheid with it. Underneath the camera, will enter from the left side with speed. Escapes out. Comes back to the point. And that was Long again. Coming out to Lamantia. Her pass is stopped. Now chipped out. It is Keatman up the right side. Defended well and cleared. Or 41. I think that is that. Ooh, took a helmet to the head. That's Bryn Warner. Oh, just past and beyond. Jorgensen coming in off the bench. Wagner off the board to herself. Now finds Caven up ahead. Over to Kelsenberg. Tried to go back to Caven and broken up. Jorgensen's breakout pass broken up, and it's Chambliss coming the other way. Shooting from the right circle off the glove. Hits the ice, clear to the near side wall. Looking for Jorgensen. Kelsenberg comes up with it instead. Stumbles forward with her stick hung up. And pulled out the other way. Solonic in deep. Wagner. Couple bodies, but the puck comes out the wrong side. Up ahead. And Jorgensen at the blue line, close to an offside. They'll let it play. O'Leary chasing the puck in the corner, back in the Dandelion zone with 5 seconds left. Hadn't looked at the clock. That should just about do it, and we are at halftime. 2-0 goal scorers Avery Wagner, Lydia Joseph. And we'll take a short 2-minute break or so as they catch their breath and come back for an exciting second half. Reminder, we have one more game tomorrow morning at some point. As the 4 teams here, I think, get seeded and they play 2 games tomorrow morning, probably 1 versus 2, 3 versus 4, based on the 3 pool play games. And but until then, we will take a quick breather, put you on mute, and come on back here shortly for the second half. All right, folks, we are back here for the second half about to start. Again, it's 2-0 in favor of the Ivory squad in white against the Dandelions in black. Kramer at the blue line. Picked off, Nora drops. She's on the move. Over the red line will dump and chase. And as expected, number 29, Piper Tam in net now for the Ivory squad. Shutout first half by Ali Halanan. Oh, up ahead, finding Cragness. And a beautiful save. Oh, it was still loose out front. O'Leary couldn't put it home. But a great one. That is still Scarlett Smith, who played the first half. The only rostered goalie that's here today, so she's playing the full game. That'll be sent in by Drop. She'll go for a change. Tam will leave it for Madsen. She's skating it up. End to end. Takes it all the way in behind the goal line. We'll come back out to Keatman. Over to Strothman to Joseph, who shot finds the Whitecap logo of Scarlett Smith. Back to the point. Joseph over to Noble. Chips it up to Strothman. That pass was knocked down. It stays in the zone. Now out past Joseph. It'll be Noble collecting it with Jorgensen right on her. And that is Keatman up the left side, centering past to Strothman. Didn't handle it cleanly. Won't get a shot off. Strothman at the blue line, plays it to the far wall past Noble. She'll chase it all the way down in the Wild Bill corner. Breakout pass was looking for Jorgensen, cutting through the neutral zone. If it would have made it to her, she would have been all by herself, and Lamantia with her stick hung up, couldn't get a pass off. It does get to Strothman. Her shot misses left. Solonic holding at the blue line. Solonic. Cross ice. Centering pass to Strothman. Weak shot on net, handled by Smith. And it's held up on the far side. Stick on the ice. Strothman will pick that up. Hopefully it's hers. Otherwise it's theft. Wagner chips it in. Uses her body to hold it. It's either out of play or in her sweater. I think it went out of play. There we go. Finding the puck on the bench. And they'll keep it in the Dandelion zone. Far circle. Wagner in the corner. Caven comes out with it. Looking to come back to the point, but out of position. And they'll try to regroup and find some space. Caven back over to Chambliss. Wagner just ahead of Kelsenberg. That breakout intercepted, fired. Shot by Kelsenberg, stopped by Smith. That one got to the side. heard it hit some post, might have hit the left post. O'Leary holds it. 64 Harmston trying to find some space will now go off the board. Picked off center ice, Chambliss. Now it's Garrity. Taking it to the center, drops it back to Cragness, back to Garrity. And that went in. That was redirected out front off of somebody, but Garrity got it to go. Again, that definitely changed direction. I don't know if it went off of one of her players or it might have went off the defense again. But it's 3-0 on the goal by Garrity. If I can get my scoreboard app to work. I'll try to update that as soon as we can. Kramer shot blocked. Kramer chasing that one down. Behind her own net. Madsen. Ooh, almost turned it over side of the net. Linscheid will pick it up. Coming with speed, cross ice. Back out to Keatman. Up ahead. Fire scores. Caroline Keatman makes it 4-0 on the breakaway. Sorry about that. It'll be settled down by Tam. Sorry, I'm checking text messages and I'm all kinds of distracted here. Forgot we were doing a game. Dandelion's on the move. Number 93 fires that one in. Bankston, Ryan Bankston, Farmington. Finds Lamantia. She will skate it in, fire it on net, and off the glove and sent back behind the goal line by Smith. Chambliss to Solonic will walk, fire, and saved. 16 minutes and counting. And that'll be the end of our Saturday of hockey. It's been a busy one for me. Driving to UW Stout for the campus tour, getting back here to Fogarty. Look forward to getting home after this. Back here tomorrow morning for one more game. Do not know the times. Loose out front. Wagner can't put it home. Caven skates it out. Fires it to Kelsenberg. She gets bodied up. Coming the other way. Defended by Chambliss. That was Audrey Miner, number 91 for the Dandelions. Side of the paint. Nobody out front for Dandelions. And Wagner picks it up to Kelsenberg. 2-on-1 with a back checker. Pass broken up. Nice defense by number 17, Mila Lindholm. Loose change picked up by O'Leary and fired eye level to Scarlett Smith.
Are we coming home with you?
If you guys want to.
Yeah, okay. Did Audrey talk to you?
Well, I heard
Hi, stream. That was kind of close.
that's very close. Forward back in. Okay. It's Miss Ingrid Newman and Riley Ambule. Scored! O'Leary makes it 5-0. Sent in by the Dandelions. Looking for the back door. Drops. Send it back to the defense. Fires it back in. That is Hinsman. Tries the center one. Still trying to get this score updated here. Lynchide couldn't get the shot off from the slot. Garby back the other way. Hinsman will get it over the red, send it down. Strothman does a little pirouette down to the ice, and Joseph with the strong body check in the corner. Keepman out front for Strothman. It was blocked. Coming out the other way to Jorgensen. Noble got a stick on it. Be carried back in by Warner. Her shot blocked, goes up high. Demantia trying to chip it out from the corner. Doesn't quite get out. Now does. Keepman will pick it up. Up ahead to Strothman, but off of her stick. Drops it back to Keepman. Kaylee Sachs coming out with it. Sauces one up. Back to Lamantia on the right side. Her pass looking for Strothman, too far out front. Solonic with the good stick at the blue line, now chipped out. Comes right back to Lamantia and mishandles it back to Chambliss. Makes a move, will skate it in. Fired on net, Chambliss, save Smith. Caven loses it out into center. Will re-enter to the middle. Puck trickles in to Scarlett Smith for the cover. Just a little bit over 10 minutes left of this one, folks. A little sleepy. Early start this morning for the Lamantia clan. Wagner left circle. Save Scarlett Smith. Kelsenberg to Wagner. Oh, found Lindholm walking up, and Scarlett Smith just got, that was on target, got enough of it with her glove as she reached back to keep that one out of the net. Beautiful save. Coming back the other way, number 91, Minor. And the obvious answer for our today's movie trivia, speaking of Grace Garrity, Grace the Blessing was from Christmas Vacation. And what's the aunt's name? Bethany starts singing the Star Spangled Banner. Out front, goal, Stella Kramer. Nice feed into the blue paint, and Kramer walking in, gets her stick on it, puts it home, 6-0. Garrity to O'Leary. Be picked up by Cragness, finding the stick of Garrity. A nice move, good defense though. There's Linscheid skating it out. Cragness on her back will enter on her backhand, tries to drop it back to the defense. Cragness was there. Back out of the zone. Finding Lou. Pass broken up. Bryn Warner now in the corner. Firing it across, was looking for a girl out in the slot. Picked off by Madsen. We'll send it down the corner. Strothman. On the forecheck, takes a bit of a hit from Lou, but comes away with the puck. We'll bring it back to Joseph. Cross ice. Back to Noble. She turns fire. Stick save. Scarlett Smith. Strothman in the corner. Keatman comes back to the point. Joseph walking up. Good block by Bankston, I believe, coming back the other way. Noble defending, and Bankston stays with it through the blue paint. Into the Canes corner. Shipped off the stick of Lamantia, can't settle it down. Sachs has it. She'll skate it in. Flips one through the paint, but nobody home for the Dandelions on the other side. Maybe picked up Strothman. We'll send it in. Kelsenberg drops it to Solonic. Back to Wagner in the corner. Looking to go out front to Caven. Now finds Kelsenberg out front, and another beauty by Scarlett Smith. Be about 5 minutes left in this one by the time the next puck drop. Kelsenberg off the post. Kelsenberg being hounded by Felton. Wagner just inside the blue line, coming back the other way. Nora drops. Solonic defending, drops, trying to go wide. Garreby knocked her off it. Solonic now on the move, catching the defense in a switch. Good pass out front. Garreby tried to go to the backhand, and Smith might have got a stick on it, and Garreby just misses O'Leary again. They've had a couple looks out there, just haven't been able to connect on under 4 minutes left to play. Kramer, her shot off the blocker. Madsen, sharp angle shot off the blocker. Madsen to O'Leary. And the other way, off the board, gets off the stick to drop. She's gonna get a shot off and does. Blocked, rebound, saved. Piper Tam. Hasn't had a lot of shots that way, but Tam stayed ready for that one. Initial save and the rebound. Lamantia in the corner. Was looking for Strothman, too far behind her. Strothman to Lamantia, boarded to Strothman. Cross ice to Joseph, walks, pass off the skates. Keatman turning, finding Lamantia in the left circle. Backdoor to Keatman, shot saved, and eventually covered once again, Scarlett Smith. Well, she's getting her workout today, seeing the whole game with a lot of shots from the Ivory squad. 6 have gone in, but she has made a huge number of phenomenal saves out there. Dandelion's on the move. Jorgensen deep. Out front. Fired and a good save. Nice feed from Jorgensen. Finding number 17 Lindholm out front, but good save by Tam. Lamantia outnumbered. Through the defense, trying to find it. Covered up. Under a minute and a half left. Solonic fires. Puck cleared. Jorgensen taken down from behind. They haven't called anything. They're going to wrestle around in the corner. Lamantia goes backhand top shelf, but off the glove of Scarlett Smith. Picked up by Bryn Warner. She's on the move. 44 seconds left, 1v3. She'll send it in. .30 seconds left. There's Solonic finding Lamantia off her stick. She'll just get off the ice. Kaylee Sachs. That one cleared. Go play on with 15 seconds left. Kelsenberg, one more rush with 5 seconds left. Doesn't get a shot off, and that does it. 6-0 is the final. Ivory over the Dandelions. There'll be one more game for all these teams tomorrow morning. And until then, we'll see you soon. Everybody have a great Saturday evening. See you back Sunday morning, and finale to this OS Whitecap Cup weekend.